YouTube? I'm back again from my Origins Bonanza Explosion vlog coverage. We're live at Origins 2018. Thanks in parts to Tasty Minstrel Games and our amazing Kickstarter backers from last year. But right now, we're going to be talking about a brand spanking new game called Reef from Next Move Games. It's like Plan B Games' spin-off company, I think, or something like that. It's by Emerson Matsuki, who's on a really hot streak. He's got Spectre Ops, he's got Century Spice Roads, he's got the other Spice Roads. But this is a very interesting game where you're going to be creating your own personal little reef in front of you by stacking these really cool-looking plastic like shapes. So there's like circles, and there's little gadgets, and what are those called? Cogs or whatever. And how it works is, on your turn you really only have one choice. You can either draw a card or you can play a card. You can also buy the top card of the deck, but it's going to cost you a victory point to do that, and you put the victory point on the worst card that's out there. And they do that in a really interesting way. Now, playing a card is different. There's going to be two parts on each play a card. So on the top, it's going to have what actual pieces you're going to put onto your own personal reef, which is probably maybe a 6x6 reef, something like that, I would guess, maybe 8x8. Not quite sure off the top of my head. But then at the bottom, it had a scoring scenario, and if you had that scenario somewhere on your reef, then you would score those points as many times as you did. So it might say you have to have a row up to 3 high because they stack on top of each other. They go up to 4, and if you do that, you get, say, 3 points for each one, and you might have like 5 of those. And it's like, I'm playing this card, I'm putting my 2 pieces on there, and I score 15 points. You know, that would be, best case scenario type of thing. But there's a lot of really interesting forward planning with this game. Do you want to start laying down stuff early, or do you really want to make like a big, massive plan? Because you're never completely sure when the game's going to end, because how it works is the game will end after a certain number, a certain color piece. For instance, I talked about the little plastic pieces. When one of those runs out, that's when the game ends, and you're never quite sure which color people are going to be taking. Overall, I thought it was a really interesting game. I liked it. I liked it a good deal. I don't know if it's a game that I really would keep for myself. I don't know if I'd consider getting it, because I have a lot of other games that are in that ilk, where this is a very lighter weight sort of game. Think Splendor, think what is it, Century Spice Road, in that sort of ilk. But I did enjoy it, and I think you might too. So definitely check this one out. That is Reef from Next Move Games. If you enjoyed this impression, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below, and in the comments below, let me know what is your food of choice fast food place. So you can go to any fast food place, get one thing. For me personally, it would be the 7-layer burrito at Taco Bell. It's just, it's ridiculous how much stuff is in there. But let me know in the comments below, and as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.